Genji 2 is an action game which is based on Japanese history. Being based on history, the stages of the game will also be based on famous battles which actually took place in ancient Japan. So here's this giant enemy crab.
Welcome to episode 54 of the Giant Enemy Crab podcast. Hey, we made it. We got here. I'm your host, Fliss, and I'm joined by these two, as I say every one time, wonderful gentlemen, Kyler.
Hello.
And Strider.
Greetings.
And we're back again for some more gaming news. Thank y'all so much. Our last video got a hell of a response, and I thank every one of you for leaving comments and likes and all that good stuff. It was a nice feeling to see some good engagement. I whether you agreed with us or not, it was nice to hear from y'all. So thank you. Speaking of, go ahead and leave a like and a comment or whatever, wherever you're listening this. We'd really appreciate that. We're going to get into some news we've been meaning to get to, but real quick, we've been digging deeper into Stop Killing Games because that's just nonstop news. We actually spent quite a bit of time today just going over some more stuff, trying to get to the heart of the issue. After everything we talked about, there's a few updates that I can get into, but how you guys feeling about it at this point in time?
For me, I feel a lot better about it after learning more about, like, one was more information that isn't on the initiative itself. Because I remember when we first talked about it, that's like all I had to go on was just like the actual page. And then also the actual process of how the ECI, how it actually functions and works, which I also did not know. So I do know more about like how that actually, how that process goes. So, and I think one person talked about it too, how that we were watching said that it's very dissimilar to how bills are passed in the US, which Americans might be more similar to, where this really just starts it's much more of a process before the process even can really start for legislation. So it's very long-winded. Some people even estimate that we probably wouldn't hear like what happens with this for quite a few years. Because there's so much that still has to be done after this. So that definitely helps. A lot of friction with how this initiative is being presented that I had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I think I even mentioned it last time. This is just here's a thing we need to have a conversation about lawmakers. That's all it really is right now. And so, yes, it's nothing set in stone, but generally it seems people are interested in it. Strider, you learn anything new today?
Not too much. It seems generally kind of the same.
Yeah. I mean, I did learn more terminology, and we spent a lot of time trying to answer some personal questions we had about it and went through various sources. And I still feel the same about it. I still think it's a good thing that needs to happen. But there has been a few updates with it. I know when we recorded last time, we brought it to you, Kyler, and you're like, nah, that's not happening. It's not going to pass. Right now, we're sitting at,
That's because I misheard the date, too. I thought you said July 1st, not 31st. That's why I was like, in 3 days? Yeah, there's no way. There's no way that's happening.
And you were probably right then, but it's till July 31st. It's actually 135K over the goal as of the recording on July 4th today. So it is going to be brought forward, as far as I can tell, to the EU. So bravo, Ross.
They
need more?
Yeah, because most of these you lose, they say, between 20 and 30%. On average, when
they don't vet them till
after. And I wouldn't be surprised if this has higher than average. Because also, I wouldn't be surprised if there's definitely some people that weren't in the EU that tried to sign this.
Yeah, that was part of the news. So Accursed Game Farms, Ross, released a video shortly after we released our other recording. And there were the signatures had definitely gone up, which is cool. But he'd also been informed that there are very possibly people spoofing signatures, which not good.
It's a crime.
Yeah, it's yeah, a little bit more than not good. It's an actual crime. This isn't like a what are those useless petitions that people sign online? Is it petition.org?
Change.org.
Change.org. Yeah, those useless things that do nothing as far as I'm aware. So this is different and requires a little bit more vetting and is a little bit a lot more serious when it comes to having actual signatures. So that's kind of a negative, but still coming from, what was it, 400,000 signatures when the video first went up?
700,000, I think.
Not our video. When Ross released his initial plea after the whole pirate software debacle.
I think it was 4.5. What was it? Or 450,000.
It was somewhere. It wasn't even halfway. I know that much. So regardless, I mean, it's got a lot of eyes on it right now, which is exactly what everybody really wanted. Unfortunately, he also said that people have released like a meme coin about it. So if you see a hashtag SKG meme coin, don't mess with that. You're gonna get rug pulled. Just stay away from there. But no, it was kind of cool hearing. The main videos we watched were oh my god, I forgot his name again. Lewis, the Apple guy. He had some really good takes on it and spoke with software devs about a software dev about what his initial problems with the initiative are. So it was good to get that side of the thing. I would definitely go check him out. I want to say Lewis Grossman. That sounds right. Maybe I'll link his site after. Anyway, but yeah, good stuff. I think that's all we really have for Stop Killing Games.
Oh, the other thing too, there was also the UK petition as well, because there's one in the UK when they had brought this up. Originally, the UK government responded that the current consumer laws were enough to actually like handle this, and that they would just monitor the issue. So there was a petition put forth that if it reached 100,000 signatures, the parliament would consider a debate, which it has now reached. It's at almost 160,000 signatures now.
Oh, fantastic.
So hopefully we'll get a debate date for this topic too in the UK, so we could also have this potentially be raised there, because the UK is also another very huge region for gaming beyond the EU as well. I think only Germany surpasses the UK when it comes to the largest gaming market, somewhere around there.
I'm very curious to see what a bunch of people who don't know anything about video games have to say when it comes to a debate regarding this topic. That'll be a popcorn burner for sure. I'm ready to watch that.
To watch, yeah, exactly what this is gonna be. It's gonna be interesting, especially because if you look at the response, it kind of seems like they don't understand the exact scope of the issue too, because they mention old software a lot in their response. So it seems like they don't quite understand what the actual problem is. So yeah, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully they will actually post a debate for that, because I think they just consider them. It's not guaranteed the EU initiative is. But yeah, so hopefully that'll lead to something good too.
All right. Y'all got any final words about SKG, or are we good for the moment? Because it seems all positive for the moment. Much better than it was for the at the posting of the end of, Ross's "this is the end" kind of post. We're looking up. We're definitely looking up. In that case, we'll just move on to news. Today we got we're definitely going to get to some Switch 2 news. We've been trying to for 2 weeks now. Are you itching to get your Switch 2 news out of the way, Strider?
We'll get the Switch 2 stuff out of the way.
All right, let's do it.
So, big thing is new console launch, which I guess it's almost been a month at this point to the day, because I believe tomorrow will be the 1 month anniversary for it. Switch 2. It seems like it might, contrary to an opinion that I saw floating around the internet, sold like hotcakes. Because
I did it.
Yeah, I do not know if you guys saw this, but a lot of people on these get basically echo chambers. I get guys the way I'll describe it now. Basically, saying, yeah, no, Switch 2 is gonna flop. You can walk into a store and buy a Switch 2. It's clearly not doing good. Yeah, no, the Switch 2 sold over 3.5 million units worldwide in 4 days. which
Oh my God.
which is
Jeez.
insane. The PS5 took 1 month to sell 3.4 million. The Switch 1 was 2.75 million, I believe, in 1 month. And the Wii sold 3.2 million in 2 months. This absolutely shattered like the previous records.
It's just crazy because like everything I've seen, like you said, everything I've seen has been like, this is dead. This is garbage. This isn't worth. Nobody's buying this. Like it's all been bad.
It's only now by far the best selling console of all time. The other thing is that it being called the Steam Deck's going to eat into like the Switch 2's market, right? As like a mobile gaming platform.
Okay.
The Steam Deck has sold anywhere from 3.7 million to 4 million on its 3-year anniversary.
It's already a wow.
Because the latest numbers I saw was the Switch 2 has passed 5 million sales as of a few days ago. Though Nintendo has gone, we haven't verified that information. That's not true because they can't lie about how many they're selling. Well, because that would be fraud.
Yeah.
So they're like, we haven't verified this, but it's just kind of funny hearing Nintendo being like someone going, Nintendo sold 5 million Switch 2s, and they're like, that's not true.
No, we didn't. That's crazy.
Are you guys gonna get one?
Probably.
I don't think so. Not for a while, at least.
Yeah, it won't be soon, but I will get one because the big thing will be probably whenever the next Xenoblade game releases.
Oh yeah,
Will be-
because you have specific titles that only show up on Switch.
On
that
the
you
Switch
like.
too. Yes. Then
Okay.
Xenoblade is one of the big ones.
Dang. Well, good
Like-
for. I said good for Nintendo. I don't want to say that.
We'll get into some stuff about Nintendo, but so the launch period itself was smooth. Like the servers were working fine. No, there's like no reports of hardware failure, which I think was an issue with the PS5 supposedly. And like the way pre-orders worked through their website, like made getting one not as much of an issue because they had the supply ready, which was why you could walk in and buy them in a bunch of places. It's just they had everything prepared for this.
Dang, that's the first time I heard of like a software or not. I guess a hardware. Everything we've been hearing about hardware coming out lately is like so woefully understocked. Everything is so scarce.
The PS5 during COVID and to a lesser extent the Xbox.
NVIDIA
man.
GPUs and
It took me
yeah.
like a month and a half, 2 months to get a PS5.
Yeah, I remember buying mine on accident just because I walked in and I was like, you guys have PS5s?
They had 2 left, right?
Yeah,
Like
I was balling.
so like the actual like console and everything worked pretty well. But did you guys hear about the issue with GameStop in the Switch 2?
Oh, no.
Did you hear about
Fucking
what?
GameStop. Stop it. Stop GameStop. Whatever you're doing, just stop.
So there was a problem with the Switch 2's packaging because it was basically between the screens, there's just like a thin piece of cardboard, like, and a small plastic envelope around the actual Switch 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people were coming to the conclusion they were opening up their thing because what GameStop was like their boxes and realized my screen's been punctured because GameStop was stapling the like pre-order receipts to the box and they were punching through the box and into the screen. So there's just 2 puncture holes in a bunch of Switch 2s for GameStop.
Oh,
We got
no.
Nintendo vampires at GameStop.
Hey, at least they got their receipt though, so they can take it back.
And people are just like, why the fuck didn't they just tape it? Why did you staple it to the box?
Oh my god.
That's
Ugh.
crazy. GameStop just can't stop.
Please, GameStop, stop. Yeah, no, but so the Switch 2 launches. The main launch titles, like for new games that aren't like upgrades to previous versions, are the big one is Mario Kart World. There's also the Bravely Default remaster, and then the Switch 2 Welcome Tour, and like other notable launch titles that were big were the 2 Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 versions. Those got a big bump because the thing is that like I think the best selling game besides Mario Kart World on the Switch 2 was actually Cyberpunk, was the second big, but all other third party games are like well below what people were expecting. Like I've like that like devs were commenting that like, yeah, no, we're below the expectations on what we expected from third party software. The only exception is Cyberpunk.
That's surprising, actually.
Speaking of, I've seen that it actually runs like fine, which I never would have expected. Like, apparently it's okay.
Yeah, because I think it runs at, I want to say 40 FPS, right? Is what they target when docked.
Something around there. Yeah.
So the big game is, of course, Mario Kart World, because I think it was said that like almost 4 out of 5 people in the US have purchased Mario Kart World, and that that 62% of the Switch 2 physical game sales in the US are first party titles, but that doesn't include the Mario Kart World bundle, which accounts for a good chunk of other things.
Okay.
Because that was included in the data. And then if you include the Mario Kart World bundle for first party sales in the UK, it's like 86% are first party sales. And then if you remove the World bundle in the UK, it's less than 50%. It's 48. So a huge chunk of these bundle of like first party sales are going to the Mario Kart World bundle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, which, because I always forget this, but do you guys remember how much the previous Mario Kart has sold?
No. I know a lot of people got it. I'm pretty sure.
Guess how much it sold. I actually want to see what you guys think.
Like how many units?
Yeah, how many units Mario Kart 8 has sold?
Oh, can you? I don't even have like a frame of reference.
Like 50 million?
Up.
Really?
Yes.
I'll go up by 10. 60?
Up.
70?
Up.
80?
300.
It's below 80. It is approximately 76.5 million copies.
Oh my God.
Sold. It is the 5th best selling game of all time.
Yeah.
Which I always forget that it's fucking crazy. So it's not a surprise that like when you have a title like this is you're basically it's your system seller, and it clearly is doing work.
Yeah, for reference, I think Elden Ring was like 30. So that means it sold over twice as many copies as Elden Ring.
And this is the new Mario Kart, yeah?
That was the old one.
That was the previous
old
one. That's what I'm saying is like comparing it because it's the 5th best selling game of all time.
Oh, okay.
I always forget that Mario Kart is like this absolutely massive series. It is the biggest Mario franchise, like series of games.
It's got nothing on Tetris though.
It has, who knows?
Again, like we just have to keep reminding ourselves that like we're in the minority as far as gaming goes. Like most of gaming is that, you know, it's everybody owns a copy of Mario Kart and Call of Duty, and they've never looked at gaming news whatsoever. They just buy the thing. Which I can't, it's so hard for me to wrap my head around that at this point, you know. We've become too close.
And then on to few bits of information or news from the past few days about the Switch is our supposed I don't know if you guys saw the post about the guy who quote unquote got permabanned from his Switch 2 console for his name, right?
Oh no.
Because he went by the name of Twinklink. Turns out that story is probably like mostly bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Because if you check his history, he frequents subs of like Switch piracy and like modding the Switches, and also like because the way he edits the post is he does like edit, but he doesn't keep the log in the thing. On the at least in the post in Reddit, so you can't see the history of like that's gone through changes. But apparently, he originally said that it was impossible for Nintendo to reverse his quote unquote ban because he's been banned from the online services. He said because of his username, but his post history makes it seem like he definitely was modding his Switch. He just didn't admit to it.
What a brave boy.
All I said was GG 5 times. I don't know why I got banned.
But so no, like of course Nintendo totally has a way to unreverse their bans if they ban your console.
I can't imagine
so.
why they wouldn't be able to. You know,
I know. I don't know why that was being tossed around for a day or two.
We've definitely just in this last week or two, like I'm noticing how wild the internet swings when it comes to getting news. Here's like this first news source pops and everybody jumps on that train immediately. And with the Stop Killing Games thing as well, like we tried to do our due diligence and go through as like many feasible opinions before we really formulated our own. But the general person just sees a headline, you know?
Like reading articles already puts you ahead of most people.
Yeah. But even then, like I was looking at that article you talk about the guy getting permabanned, and he like the only thing that showed me that was probably a lie is a comment like the 2 or 3 down. And I'm like, oh, okay.
well, I remember too. It was based in some truth because Nintendo, they didn't get sued over it, but they were contacted by the Brazilian government.
Yep, I was going to get into this because it's in their. I believe it's in the like the ULA you signed, right? But for the Switch 2, like on online, because it's put in their terms and service basically that they can remotely disable the Switch 2 units, right?
Yeah, they are able to permanently make it so that the console no longer functions.
Yep, which it got them in trouble with Brazil because that goes against, according to the Brazilian Consumer Protection Agency over there, that is against the law because because it goes against the rights of the consumer, right?
Yeah, I think the main problem with it was they used like catch-all phrases because according to the end user license agreement, they were allowed to do it for like whatever reasons. Like they could just do it because they said so. And that's what the violation was. So it's not that they are not able to do it. It's just they have to have like clear reasons on why that would happen.
Yeah, because I believe they put the catch-all in there so that there wasn't like technical loopholes that potential pirates could use to sidestep it, right? Which is why it used catch-all terminology, which was the big no-no.
Well, isn't Brazil like widely regarded as one of like the hugest game pirators? Like they're really about that there due to like import restrictions and prices and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's because they literally can't afford like modern day game prices. Like it's too expensive.
Huh. All right.
They have like proportionally one of the highest like gaming prices relative to income.
Yep. That's why so many like developers have been like lowering the prices for games specifically in Brazil because of that. Like thankfully there's been a lot of awareness brought to that now. But yeah. So I guess that initial thing did have some truth to it because technically Nintendo is able to brick your console. I just think it's something that they would only do if you're actually like trying to modify the console in any way, like they have in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe like Brazil, the consumer agency was saying that if you brick something, you have to give a valid reason. Like there needs to be a valid reason why, which according to them there isn't. So it violates part of their protection code. But that is the end of my news on the Switch 2.
Ooh. All right, well, thank you. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, or was it mainly just that? Because you've been trying to get that out for a while.
There's just one quick thing. Guess what just got a beta build leaked like as a few hours ago? That was canceled a long time ago. Apparently someone got
Minecraft 2.
No, even better, the Ride to Hell sequel.
Oh,
that terrible game that like is notorious.
Yeah, there was a sequel that was apparently I was close to like a few months from release. It just got leaked, like a new beta build, like a build from like I think 2014 was found, able to be compiled. So there's like gameplay of the tutorial, and it looks just as garbage as the first one.
Man, that's like the first game I ever got into like horrible bad, and I never got to play it, but it was always like my holy grail of like, I want to play this game, but I can't. Like, because I think when I was looking a long time ago, like copies, like physical copies would go for like a couple $100 or something. Maybe not anymore, but I know I was looking into it and I was like, damn, that's not worth it. Might even, is it on Steam now? Oh, I hope so.
No, it's been canceled. Like it was canceled like back in 2014. It's just a bill that's been found.
No, I mean the original. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but well, that's exciting. No, it's not on Steam.
No, because company's gone under, right? Or no, it's just been it's not for sale. I just don't remember why.
I think you have to buy like an old used copy if you want to play that game. Dang, yeah, I've been looking at that game for like a decade and I can't get my hands on it. I don't even know how I'd play it. I'd have to buy an Xbox too.
It'd have to be the best thing I could think is that like archive.org might or the Internet Archive might have something.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I remember seeing what that game looks like, but I don't know anything about it. And I'm reading some of the critic reviews about it. And I don't think this is something that you'd want to.
No, it's notoriously bad.
It's like, go off to the right and explode.
Yeah.
This game broke Angry Joe. I remember that. It's
like
obnoxiously misogynistic, an offensive abomination of a game, apocalyptically bad, a congealed failure.
Put it in my hands. I want to play
Releasing every box with no disc inside would have been less of a mistake.
You're just making me want to play it more.
It was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award for total abhorrence.
I love this. People also ask, is Ride to Hell Retribution worth playing ironically?
I don't think there's ever been a game that does so many things so universally poorly. Oh my God. Everyone hates it.
Yeah, I want it. I want to play it. It's like an exercise in true frustration. As far as if I remember the playthroughs I used to watch, like that is a hate play.
Oh man.
whoa.
That's crazy.
It's only $43 on Amazon.
Get it. Well, I hope the beta, I hope they come out with something that we could play. Maybe it's a little bit better.
Well, I don't want it to be better. Like there's something, it's like, okay, it's like Neil Breen where it's like, you can't replicate it in earnest. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't go like, well, here's like Birdemic 2. Like it's fine, but it's not the same oblivious badness, you know? So I don't know how a sequel, is it made by the same people?
It was going to be, yeah.
Oh, well then maybe if they never read a review of their game.
Should release it. Want to see this?
Maybe sometime in the future.
Maybe. All right. Well, thank you, Jago. Kyler, what you got for us today?
Ooh, okay. So there's been some interesting things from Microsoft lately, especially all their mass layoffs. They've laid off like 9,000 people. That's including people not in the games industry specifically. I think if you only include them, it's like 6,000.
Nice.
But yeah, so they've been laying off a ton of people. But Mr. Matt Chernbull, executive producer at Xbox Game Studios, released a very interesting tweet where he said that I'll quote this. I know these types of tools engender strong feelings in people, but I'd be remiss in not trying to offer the best advice I can under the circumstances. I've been experimenting with ways to use LLM AI tools like ChatGPT to help reduce the emotional and cognitive load that comes with the job loss. And then he starts listing prompts for people to use to feel better about the fact that they just got fired.
No, him
Yes.
and Randy Pitchford need to have a coffee. They need to get a drink together and talk about how to piss off the most people at once.
Like, here, read some of these. Like, these are bad.
Man, the tone deafness surrounding these layoffs is insane between this and the internal memo email that was going around by Phil Spencer, right?
Yep.
Oh.
And then to top it off, at the end, he's like, no AI tool is a replacement for your voice or your lived experience. Stay
But it
kind,
is.
stay smart, stay connected.
Oh my God. If you're sad about being laid off, post, I'm struggling with imposter syndrome after being laid off. Can you help me reframe this experience in a way that reminds me what I'm good at? Get the fuck out of here. Well, how evil and tone deaf do you have to be to tell people, hey, that guy that just took your job, ask him how you could do your job better? Like, what the hell?
Really? And people thought like, oh, this looks like it was written by AI itself. And responses have been, there's no way AI would be this much of a douche.
I see someone's like, this is like if Lord Farquaad was sent emails out.
These people are straight evil, man. Like, just even the sentence of like, I know these types of tools engender strong feelings of people, but like, then shut up. What are you doing? You're not helping anybody, especially people. These people who are getting laid off know far more about AI than you do. And you're like, just use AI to fix it. Like, that's how you got in this predicament in the first place. You used AI to fix your budget problems. It's like, fire everybody.
I bet the thing is, like, if you ask AI, like, if on your own you went and asked the AI for like help on using the therapy tool, like, it almost probably wouldn't recommend using itself as a therapy option.
Well, that's the problem, is we actually talked about it a bit. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, but more and more people are turning to AI in replace it, like in oh my God, I lost the word. But instead of going to therapy, they just talk to Chat GPT. And instead of telling people that, hey, you need some real mental health help, Chat GPT just leads them to spiral into deeper depression and weird conspiracy theory bullshit.
Yeah,
It is-
I've seen
it is
a
not
few
good.
articles talking about that. How it because of the way it's designed to kind of like encourage and like work with you. If you're an individual who suffers from like paranoid delusions, or like if you kind of can, it basically takes those that you have and encourages them further, and it can lead to some really bad places.
It always finds a way to engage with you, regardless of whether that's good or bad.
Yeah. So on top of this, top of that tweet, apparently there's also been a memo that's been sent to developers from Phil Spencer saying that the Xbox platform, hardware, and game roadmap has never looked stronger. And this is due to the, quote, the success we're currently seeing is based on tough decisions we've made previously. So it sounds like the executives are trying to tell their developers and their employees that all of this is for a good thing, and we've never been stronger because of it, which does not make their jobs probably feel any safer.
No. So I actually have personal experience to some degree. I know a guy who works for Facebook. I'm not going to say exactly what he does, but he used to run like 20, 30 people. Number doesn't really matter. Over the past year or so, that number has been slashed to 10% of what it was. So he's got, like an increasingly smaller group of people to do what he's supposed to do there. And really, I was like, is everything just getting replaced by AI? And he's like, yep, everything that I used to do is totally done. All these people that used to work for me and have their own opinions, and everything is just done by AI now. And the higher ups want it that way. They do not. It really is that like that bleak existence that we think it is. Like it's bad. And even he's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. This does. I mean, it's interesting to see where things are going in a from a curious perspective, but from a logical one, this doesn't benefit anybody except the shareholders and the top people. Like, it is not good for anybody who's just needs a job, you know?
Yeah.
It's as bad as it sounds. Everything is as bad. Like when you look at all this and you're like, this sounds like it could go terribly. It is. It really is.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and it's happening everywhere, which is what's so terrible. I think, was it the NVIDIA CEO said like the only jobs that are going to be safe is like if you're a farmer.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that's
Manual
about
labor.
it.
Manual
Just
labor.
manual labor is it. And even then, like robotics are getting better too. So maybe not even then.
Eventually, yeah, in another 20, 30 years, my job's gone to somebody. I mean, right now, minus specialty stuff, my job could be done by robots that exist. I've seen it done, barring like something catastrophic or failing. Like if my job was just to go fix the automated systems that do my job, that's a possibility for sure. And even that would be replaced eventually. So I hope this goes towards being fat in space like Wall-E instead of instead of nuclear fallout or something. Like, this looks bad.
Yeah, we're reaching the singularity. It's gonna get to the point where just money is like meaningless. Like that's just gonna kind of be how it goes, because we're just gonna have so many things that do like all the things for practically free. You know what I mean? It's just really how do we adjust to that? That's the question.
I mean, that is like the most beneficial outcome, I guess. But the change to the average person getting to that point,
Yeah,
is catastrophic.
that's what I mean. Is like, how do we adjust to get to there is going to be like the main problem, because
Well,
like we can do it, but I don't know how we're going to actually travel that road once
I don't
to
think
get there.
I don't think the average person can. I in my lifetime will never afford, I can't afford to not have a job. There's nothing in place for that. This is only in the short term going to work out for the elite, and that's not me or you or anybody listening.
Yeah, I mean, universal income would have to be a thing too, but that's a whole different topic. Like we're straying too far at this point.
Let's get into geopolitical conversation. I'm about it.
No.
Oh,
too
okay,
much.
fine.
Instead, we could talk about Randy Pitchford and his fun
That guy
shenanigans.
sucks. Let's talk about him.
He does. So he can't stop. He released another tweet today to talk about Borderlands, or not today, different day. I talk about Borderlands 3 being on sale, and in that tweet, he mentioned that Borderlands 4 will not have these kind of sales for a very long time. Wink, wink. So he's basically just mocking all the people that had said that they're going to wait for Borderlands 4 to get on sale to get it really cheap and not pay their $80 price tag.
Dang, because I never thought about it, but now that you say that, I do. I remember like something Borderlands is always on sale for a good price, whether it be the Handsome Jack stuff or one of the sequel. Like something's always on sale.
Yep.
And he's saying nope. I know we're changing it all. You better pay us $80 or figure out how to if you love us. What a
He even
dick.
brought up like the subscription programs too. So like Xbox Game Pass and such. That is going to not be a thing for Borderlands 4 for a long time. Which kind of the amount of people that use Xbox Game Pass. I don't know how good of an idea that is, but he's definitely going all in on him saying that you better give me my $80.
Could you imagine being PR at like at Gearbox? Is it Gearbox? I think. And just
Yeah,
like
it's
every
Gearbox.
time you wake up, your CEO has done something else stupid on Twitter. And you're just like, dog, we're trying to. Why are you insulting the people we're trying to sell this to over and over again? He's like, I'm negging him. I'm negging him into buying Borderlands 4. Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like, I guess like he gets away with it either way. People still buy the games, so that's probably why he hasn't learned.
We've
lead
heard
anything.
ourselves. People just be like, "I'm buying it anyway." We've heard those words come out of people's mouths, so it happens.
Was it like last? No, it wasn't. It was back in May, a couple months ago. He joked about selling a mini map DLC for $10.
What a hero! Every time you use the machine, the what do you call them? Like the little Coke machines that sell weapon parts, cost you real money to gamble in there. That'd be great. Just do it all. Make it all extra dollars.
So yeah, are you guys gonna get Borderlands 4?
Fuck no. I mean, I'm definitely in the camp of like, I'll wait till it goes on sale. And honestly, this isn't because of Pitchford or anything else. It's simply because I did not find 3 or Tiny Tina's Wonderland terribly engaging. I might just
Wonderlands was kind of broken.
Yeah. Also, we couldn't play multiplayer. It was pulling from the FromSoft book of multiplayer connectivity, at least for us. So
yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. I'm just not interested enough in Borderlands. I don't think I'll ever get it. Maybe if it's like $2, I'll try it, but for free on a weekend. But I'm not very interested in it.
What if it comes out and everybody's like, "This is the next best thing"? Like, you're missing out.
I don't know. Like because I've played. I think I've played. I just haven't played Tiny Tina's. I played all the other Borderlands, and I never really enjoyed them except the first one. That was it. All the other ones I've tried, and I never liked them.
Not the second one? That one's my favorite.
No, I didn't like the second one. I tried Borderlands 3. I tried the pre-sequel? Is that what it was called? I didn't like that one. Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
The first Borderlands was the only one that I kind of enjoyed. So yeah, I'm really not that interested in Borderlands 4.
Strider, you playing Borderlands?
At some point, probably.
Maybe. Unless it comes out and...
Let's see how the writing is first.
That's my main thing. Because Borderlands 3, like they're all kind of the same game, right? But if the writing's crap, then I'm not really on board.
I mean, 3's gunplay is a significant step up, but holy shit, villains are fucking terrible.
Yeah. In a game where I loved the humor, seeing a cutscene pop up was like groan worthy.
Skip.
I was not about it. Yeah, skip. All right, Final Fantasy 14, you're coming in handy. Start skip.
That's it for me though. Do you have anything?
Not that you guys didn't already cover. We had SKG and Nintendo, and someday we'll talk about Until Dawn, and someday we'll talk about Claire Obscure. But I don't think that's gonna be today. Oh, what did you guys think about the new Marvel update? What do you guys think about the new? They're gonna release Phoenix and Blade, I believe, and they changed some of the characters.
Blade's halfway through the season. Yep.
So
because we got patch notes, it'll be interesting.
Oh God, the thing's new ability seems kind of funky, but it also looks really fun. So that'll be interesting. At least tanks finally get like there's a tank that can do something to a flying enemy. Beyond like that's it.
It felt kind of, when I first saw it, I was like, this feels like a bit of a slap in the face. Like, here's an ability we're going to put on a character that he can use once every 10, 12 seconds. Other than that, he can't do anything against the characters that ability is used for. Like, it felt kind of weird, but
because it's tied to his normal charges, so he can store up to 2 charges of it because it's tied with his other jump.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a whole new ability.
Yeah, it's literally just the dive to a teammate ability, but you can dive to an enemy. And now it's just his right click is what actually knocks down flyers. So if he hits them at all with it at any point, it sends them down.
Yeah.
So if they fly too low to the ground and he's there and he hits it, they're falling. The other
At
thing is, I
least
wonder,
it's something.
can you get back up in time before he punches you again?
Oh, I don't know.
Can
That's
you
a good
just get
point.
stun locked?
Because there's no cooldown. That'd be nice, actually. Having like a character that can keep someone permanently on the ground.
Yeah, but even then, like, why did you give it to the Thing? Is the Thing known for his jumping ability in the comics?
I don't.
Gameplay
No.
mods.
No, but like,
I just love that the character that was the worst against flyers of the tank is now going to be the best.
Yeah, honestly, he kind of needed it because he had no vertical mobility at all.
yeah,
Like,
he was
if-
absolutely useless in this meta.
And everyone was. I think even we said that he should be able to leap towards enemies too. So
I just don't know if he should get the defense buff when he does it.
oh yeah, the damage reduction too. He just jumps in your face with quarter damage reduction. Like hi there.
Correct.
This is gonna hurt. Bonk.
The one thing I didn't really like is it felt like most of the buffs and nerfs were directly in response to the current meta. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that seems logical.
Counterintuitive. Yeah.
Well, it seems like, yeah, but
The part that gets me is there's no Thor change.
well, yeah, he's
Like-
fine. He just throws lightning.
He's not fine.
I like throwing lightning. I've been playing Thor. He's fun.
His
But I
pick
can
rate,
see why
like
people-
his win rate's like down to, it's like roughly the same, but his pick rate's down like 70%.
Yeah. They definitely changed his playstyle a lot from how a lot of other people played him.
It felt weird that instead of addressing the issue of too many perma-flying characters have too much health, they just said, here's a tank that can attack flyers.
They did make some of the flyers weaker too.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
there's a bunch of nerfs on the flyer. And Iron Man's
Iron Man
ability
Ultron.
went down. Yeah, so they did nerf the flyers a lot too. A lot of widespread small nerfs to everyone. And
Good.
then Phoenix looks
I didn't watch anything. Is Phoenix looking like
she looks strong as shit. Oh my god.
She's not a permanent flyer, thankfully.
Yeah. So her thing seems to be, I haven't like read her abilities. I can only go off the video. Is like every time she hits you, you gain a stack. And at 3 stacks, if she hits you again, you just fucking explode. And whoever gets hit by the explosion gains a stack. And if they're at 3, they also explode. So she just like super counters like very oh god, what's the word? I can't think of it. Death ball. Yeah, she really counters like death ball comps. Everyone just fucking dies. And then she also has like a getaway ability that lets her like move, kind of like Hela. Like she can move to a different location. And I forget her last. Did she have another ability too? I think that's it. I think she could throw like an explosion too. And then her ult is very similar to Hela's too, where she like flies up in the air. But instead of shooting stuff, she like flies down at a location and then just makes another giant explosion. She makes a lot of explosions.
Well, as long as they keep adding more tanks. Blade looks like a tank from what I could tell. He might not be, but just based on the size of the character model, people are speculating that he's going to be a tank.
Yeah, I
still
hope so.
want Flying War Machine. I still want that. I think that'd be great.
No, that would be awful.
No,
No.
that'd be great.
You don't want to. You do not want a flying tank to enable permanent flyers to be stronger.
No, he just has to be really slow. Like
Yeah.
he just like slowly floats down to you
No.
menacingly
But
with
the
3 machine guns and a rocket launcher.
no, the crazy thing about the trailer for Phoenix was the fact that she just yanked Hela out of her alt.
Oh, is
did
that
she?
what that was?
Yep.
Oh, dang. Okay. I didn't even catch that. I've only watched the video, so I haven't actually read like what her abilities can
Yeah,
do.
no,
if we even know.
in her preview video, she yanks Hela out of the alt and then kills her when she hits the ground.
That's crazy. She looks cool. People are saying that she is kind of just like an overpowered Hela, who's also overpowered.
Double plus overpowered.
I just don't know about, because I think her team up is with Wolverine, right? and she gives Wolverine lifesteal.
Yeah.
Oh, he finally gets that, huh? I know people have been asking for a long time.
The Spider-Man team up too. I think Spider-Man can just make explosions.
Oh yeah. Somebody mentioned he gets a new one-shot combo. So
Yeah.
yay.
They buffed like all the damage on his moves went up a little bit.
Fun stuff. All right.
But no, I was saying, I realized I was muted. I believe Blade is a duelist, if he hasn't changed.
Aw. Yuck.
Is he a duelist? Oh, I wouldn't get
His
two
leaked
duelists.
kit was a duelist. Unless they've retooled it, he's going to be a duelist.
Maybe he'll be like Mr. Fantastic, where he's a duelist, but not really.
I play DPS, but I don't want to play tank, but we need a tank DPS.
Yeah, it's trick people into playing tank.
Maybe I'll play some more this weekend. I haven't played in a while. I've been playing Night Rain. I'm capped out on Night Rain. I'm done with it. There's nothing else to do.
No more.
I wish. I cannot play games anymore if there's nothing to be gained. You know what I mean? It's really hard for me. I can't just play a game. Like, that's why we didn't play Mecha Break, really, is because there's just like nothing. At least that's why I kind of fell off real, because that just came out and we played it all of 3 games, 2 days, maybe 3 or 4 games. And then just, the UI for the getting into games is really like, it's just visual diarrhea. There's crap all over the screen. Go here, click this, buy this. This is for this game. Pick this mission, do it. It's like too much. And then
I also realized what aggravates me so much about that game. And it's the sound effect for when you can take critical damage.
The beep, 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 beep.
Ching.
The like crashing, like steel crunch sound that happens when you take direct health damage from a heavy hit. Usually it's melee or it's a sniper rifle hitting you. Because I think it's a sound of something puncturing through your shield, but it is much louder, just like the lobby screen is now. The announcer on the lobby screen is so loud. I just lose my mind very quickly playing Mecha Break.
But Jacob, the stratum shatter. What does she say?
Stratum Shatter has been dismantled.
Oh my God, shut up. So yeah, that's all I've been really. I don't have any games that I'm really looking forward to. Mecha Break was the last one, and that was kind of a dud.
Give me the Night Rain DLC already.
I guess. I'll go back to League. Oh, speaking of League, they're trying to, real quick, League is trying to get into esports gambling. They're like letting sponsors for gambling pop in now.
Oh God.
For like the LCS or whatever their high tier games are, they're gonna try and start letting sponsors, esports gambling sponsors in. And at first glance, that sounds like bullshit and like stop being greedy. Upon second glance, it's because all that is already happening and Riot isn't making any money off of it. And they're like, well, if we're gonna have this happen, we may as well be in charge of it. You know what I'm saying? And make money off it for people gambling on our own game. So
I wonder if they're going to start running into issues with that just because of all the new legislature we've been seeing about gambling and video games.
How do you guys feel about just because right now there's a huge problem with, I don't know if it's a problem, but like betting on everything. Like you can like, there's apps that let you bet money on like almost any world event right now.
I don't really, it's hard to say because I don't interact with it at all. I don't gamble. So like to me, it's like a non-issue.
Yeah.
So I struggle to understand like the actual problem with it. It feels gross.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't help people who are gambling addicts now that they can gamble on literally anything.
Like the
from their
main
phone.
thing. Yeah, the main thing about like gambling applications just in general is it it tends to like target people and incentivize attracting people with gambling problems. It just doesn't let them stop. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are fireworks going off? It is 6:30.
Because it's 6:30 on the 4th of July, man.
Yeah. I would have bet money that was going to happen.
Man, speaking of the 4th of July, like I was like, man, there's going to be fireworks tonight. I wonder if I should do something. And then I drove around for a minute and I was like, oh, wait, there's no fireworks to buy because they're illegal here. And then I thought back to when I was younger, man, we used to make these things called Piccolo Pete bombs. I don't know. I shouldn't tell you how we made them. They're pretty simple. But oh boy,
good idea.
My homeboy's Barbies ate shit for a whole day. His sister's Barbies, excuse me. Like she lost a lot of good soldiers. Yeah, some of his WWE figurines, you could like bury them in the dirt and light them up. That his mom's lawn too. Oh my god, it looked like Normandy. There was yeah, good times. I'm surprised we have all our fingers still, honestly. Like, and his dad was the one to show us how to do it. He's like, yeah, just go blow shit up in the yard, and it was okay.
Oh yeah,
times have changed. Back in my day, kids got gunpowder for allowance.
War has changed. all right, recruit. Here's your Barbie doll. Now start digging.
I'm an IED specialist at age
Barbie
12.
out. What?
Bite the head off and chuck it. All right, I think that's our time for today. Y'all good?
Oh yeah.
All right, beautiful. Thank you so much for listening. If you still are at this point, we really appreciate it. As last time, go check out Stop Killing Games. Get your own education going on there. We mostly think it's a good thing to at least be informed of. So go check that out. And we will be here next week with some more news and maybe an Until Dawn review. Maybe a Claire Obscure. Don't get your hopes up. And as always, leave a like and a comment or hit us up at giantenemycrabpod@gmail.com. Follow us at Twitter, Blue Sky. What's the other one? TikTok, YouTube. We should do more gaming videos. You guys want to do more gaming videos?
Yeah. I want to play that one submarine game.
Ooh, well, maybe we'll find out what that is next time on episode 50. Jacob.
5.
We know what we're doing.
Bye.